Hello and welcome back. It's another year, another season. It's Recreate Play and the Pit Crew. We're back for another season. Hello, guys. I've missed yous.
Missed you as
Good
well,
to be
man. Like
back.
it's already February
I
and
know.
time has flown by.
I was flying
And
by.
soon to be the F1 season is starting very soon in 1 month's time.
I know
One
it's
month.
crept up so quickly. And to usher in the new season, we have a film called F1. This is like, what better name for a film about F1 than F1? This is like a little bit on the nose, but we've been looking forward to it. If you haven't seen the
Yeah.
trailer, run over to the F1 site, watch it in full. Due to copyright reasons, we can't show the trailer, but we will go through it shot by shot, and we're going to break it down. Give you our feedback, our opinions, what we think, our takes, what we're liking, what we're not liking. So, first impressions, what do we think, guys, of the trailer?
Chris.
Yeah, look, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah,
I mean, I want it to be good. So, yeah,
yeah, we're all
I
rooting
think
for it.
they're gonna, yeah, I think they're gonna do a good job at what they're trying to do.
Okay.
If that makes any sense, like I think they're gonna achieve their goals,
Mm,
but I don't think it's gonna be a movie for the F1 purists
the
or the
hardcore.
long time fans. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
this is to create a new audience. So which is great also.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't think it's gonna I think it's a
yeah.
Hollywood movie.
The
We
the number one
gotta
thing
roll that stuff.
about the number one rule in films is show don't tell, right? And what I get out of a lot of these types of films that try really hard is they just tell. And so I think we're going to get a lot of scenes where they just exposit a lot of shit like, "Oh, why are you doing those neck
Mm.
exercises, Sonny? Because the G
Yeah.
forces
Yeah.
required on the neck go up to 6
Yeah.
Gs." Wow. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I feel
Yeah.
like it's going to be just full on that kind of thing, which I
Yeah.
hope it
Mm.
Yeah,
doesn't.
beginners
Beginner's
guy. I
intro.
mean, trying to create a new market, right? They're trying to open it up, so
Exactly.
they have to, and that's okay. I don't think this movie is for me, but I think it's for other people, and I hope they really love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
really
it's
hope
big
it
for the sport. Can you
creates.
imagine a film about
Yeah,
basketball called NBA? It's got a lot of balls on it to call itself
yeah.
F1. You can't go wrong
Well,
with this, right?
Mm.
yeah.
Mike, what do you think so
Well,
far? First
yeah,
impressions.
Yeah, like I think it looks really, really slick. Like
Mm,
obviously the production value is incredible. The stars, everyone who's worked on it, I'm sure is probably the best in their field. But and it looks like super filmic. But yeah, I mean it's the zenith of the drive to survive wet
yeah,
dream, right?
yeah.
It's taking that and forcing it even all the way
yeah.
up to Hollywood. So yeah, this is the apex of
It is
drive to
that
survive.
good
Yeah.
pun. The
Mm.
team in the film is called Apex. It's directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun, Tron, a bunch of other films. He is a very cinematic director, very action packed. He's like Tony Scott, like Michael Bay. He really captures, the speed and pace. Top Gun was pretty impressive the way it was shot. You really felt
Yeah,
like you were in the plane.
absolutely. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like if this captures the sensation of being in an F1 car, the way Top Gun did with fighter pilots, it'll be a fun journey. It'll be a fun ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and on that, I hope people see it in the big screen, like rather than Apple TV and wait for it to come to
Yeah,
streaming and so forth. Like, I think that this kind of movie deserves a cinema or an
yeah,
IMAX,
yeah.
indeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we
I
haven't
second that
seen
motion.
this kind of footage with this much fidelity before. You know what I mean? So it's exciting.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna go through it frame by frame. There's the man, APX. Look at all these sponsors. I mean, this is clearly a Mercedes junior team. We got
Yeah.
IWC,
Yeah.
we got Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, and these are basically Mercedes sponsors. What do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think of the Apex name?
It's okay. I don't
To
know.
me, it sounds like a user-generated name from, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? From
I
AI.
I feel like a real name,
Yeah, yeah,
like a person's name, but then it would have been a bit hard. They probably had to make more backstory but
yeah,
yeah, I feel like Williams, or if it's going to be a individual, back marker a sort of team, not a
Yeah,
constructed
yeah.
team, then they should have gone with a name or something. But it might have had to make. They would have had to explain it and who's this
Yeah.
guy. I don't know.
And
You know, it
coincidentally,
just sounds like a
yeah,
Formula 2 team, right? It just sounds like a Formula
it
2
does.
team.
It sounds like a
Yeah.
Formula 2 team. It doesn't sound evolved with a bunch of sponsors and history and names attached to it. You know what I mean? Like a real
Yeah,
F1 team
yeah.
would.
Yeah.
But then again, we have F1 teams named after soft drinks, so who knows? But this was,
Well, man, all I know is Javier Bardem is the team principal, so I'm all in. Like, I'm like, whatever you say, boss.
yeah,
Whatever
Javier
you say.
Bardem's a boss. He's great.
Yeah.
Let's go in. First, oh yeah, okay, so the insides of the car, this looks like Spa, I guess.
Silverstone.
Silverstone? You're right. Okay,
Yeah.
Silverstone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic. Yeah, again, we've never seen shots like this in this much fidelity, this much resolution. Pretty
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah, imagine if we could get these kind of shots for our normal F1 telecasts. I mean, it's going to set the
It's coming.
standard, right?
It's
I know.
coming, yeah.
Next shot.
I'm just trying to look at the wheel. Like,
Look
is
at this
it
wheel
blurred out?
control.
Yeah, yeah. But the actual steering wheel, is it blurred out or is it just?
I think it's
is
just
it
in soft focus. I think the
Yeah, yeah.
focus of the lens is on the nose of the camera.
on the,
on the nose of
far
the
distance,
yeah.
yeah.
There's the man, Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
That's a principle I would follow.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
That's what
thinking,
I'm saying. I mean,
who would make good team principles? I mean, you've got the little archetypes, right? You've got like, I reckon Jeremy Irons would make the good English, aristocratic team principal. But in terms of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
European team principal, Javier Bardem, you can't do better than that.
yeah, I like him. I like him as a team principal. I
Yeah,
think he's got that, killer instinct. He's got the
yeah.
air gun out the back.
He
Anyone
combines
needs to be
all
dealt
of the team
with.
principles, right? It's like a little bit of Binotto, a little bit of this, a little bit of
Yeah.
that.
He looks like
Yeah.
Binotto and Toto mashed together.
Yeah,
Gentle menace. Gentle
like
menace.
yeah, user generated, right? Like,
Yeah.
and there's the man, 61 years of age, Mr. Pitt.
Yeah. I think it's a bit of a stretch. I do
It's a
think it's a bit of
huge stretch. Like, I don't think he could play 45, let alone what? Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. A 61-year-old F1 driver. What's the oldest driver in F1 history, incidentally?
Have you seen how old
Maybe
Indiana
50.
Jones is these days? I mean, it's all changed with
They
both
should have got.
sides.
I would have liked to have seen a younger driver because this is just stretching the bounds of credulity. Like Fassbender could have done it, but
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
I like Brad Pitt. Like,
Yeah.
so, and I think he's gonna draw a lot of people. So
that's it.
there's obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And obviously they were like, well, you got to have to be old. So that's the story right there. They built that. Feel like they built it around him almost.
for
like
sure.
the story.
His name in it is Sonny Hayes, which
Yeah.
sounds generated from AI, right? Like
Yeah,
Sonny Hayes.
yeah.
I'm actually going to test this out. I'm going to ask an AI to think of 10 user-generated names. Check this out. Think of 5 F1 names for American drivers. And I swear to God, it'll come up with Sonny Hayes. Okay.
Well, but is
Blaze Thornton, Jet Calloway, Dax Monroe, Ryder Kingston, Cole Maverick. Tell me those names aren't Sonny Hayes like.
It is so
Yeah.
Sonny Hayes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Just use deep sea, Mike. You'll get there. Don't worry. You might get somewhere else in the meantime, but
Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, there's Eau Rouge.
yeah.
That's great, that whipping shot there, that pan up Eau Rouge. Fantastic.
That's the classic.
Fantastic.
like, has there ever been a racing movie with like the movie car being embedded into the race
No.
as much as Le Mans, like Le Mans back in like the 1970s?
Yeah,
I-
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's the only one I could think of. Yeah.
I haven't
race
seen the
actual
original
car.
Grand Prix film with what is it?
Fucking.
McQueen. I haven't seen
Yeah,
that film
Steve
actually.
McQueen.
So James Garner,
Yeah, I have.
Graham Hill was in that film. Big
Yeah.
oversight. We'll watch those films. Maybe we'll do a
That's the
recap of
next
those one
episode.
day.
Let's do a side
Yeah.
by side.
What do you think of the car itself? It looks like a little bit like, you know, when you get the F1 games and you have that starter skin and you have to pay more for the more evolved skins. It looks a little bit like that to
Well,
me.
it looks for me the halo looks weird. The halo looks really
Yeah.
boxy. You know what I mean? It doesn't
It
look
does.
smooth.
It doesn't look
It's got all
aerodynamic.
these angles. It's got all these angles on it that I'm
Yeah,
like,
good
why?
call.
Probably because they've mounted little cameras on it. I don't know, but I'm just like, it doesn't look aerodynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
But it might
CGI,
just be the
it's
angle.
a
I
real
don't know.
car.
It's a
Yeah,
real
is
car,
it an
yeah,
F2
yeah.
car? F2?
I think it's an F2
Is it-
car.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
I'm pretty sure they used F2 cars.
Hmm.
And I will say that we won't get from the still shots, but like they do look. And I don't know if it's just for dramatic effect in the trailer to slow it down and then speed it up for dramatic effect, but they don't look that quick.
Mm.
And it might be because the average person, like we're kind of used to watching F1 cars fly around a track and notice little things.
Right.
But normal people, like, they're just going to see cars flying around, so they sort of slow it down so you can actually
Maybe.
see
Yeah,
what's
that's a good
happening. I
call.
think it makes
I
it a
think
bit
so.
more easy to understand what's
I
happening.
hope they do that. I hope the film doesn't have too much quick cutting and they let the shots linger and hold, because I like to see action when it's really shot to be shown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't cut over great cinematography. So hopefully they do let us see the
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
you know? Speaking of letting us see the work, oh my God,
Ah,
look at
there,
this.
there it is.
There it
That's what
is.
it's all about.
This is
Written
what
into the contract.
this is what
Have
I've
you
come
ever
to
seen a
see.
more aerodynamic beast than that
Woo.
right there?
61 years of age. Scrumptious. Absolutely scrumptious. That's written into the freaking contract too.
Sorry, I'm just buying my tickets right now.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Scene 4. I reckon it gets hot. In those cars, temperatures reach up to 80 degrees.
There'll have to be subtitles for the Celsius down the bottom for the international audience.
Oh, this part's funny. This is Kerry Condon from Banshees of Inisherin, if you don't know her.
Yeah.
She's a fantastic actress. Plays the love interest, obviously, because she's walking around in his shirt. This is actually
In Las
based
Vegas.
on, and she plays a team member, I think, an engineer. So this is actually based on the Christian Horner story. Yeah,
Okay.
Without the text messages, right?
without the text messages.
Okay, good.
This is totally fictional, because, you know, drivers obviously would always only bang supermodels and influencers, as if you date an engineer.
You don't
Yeah,
know
F1 driver.
Sonny, Mike. You don't know Sonny. He's a different breed.
He's a different breed. Yeah.
He goes faster on the turns.
Yeah. Well, Kim Il-man had a humble brag and just said, "Oh yeah, I stayed at a hotel in Las Vegas." I was like,
Oh,
"That's
did he? Yeah, he probably
Ah,
has.
dude.
Oh.
He's probably staying at every hotel in Las Vegas. Like
His whole channel is humble brags. Shout out, Kim.
Yeah.
We love you.
we
But
do.
stop showing off, making us
Love
feel
Kim.
like losers. We don't need to know what every freaking business class lounge.
I slummed in
It's
business
like,
class. Normally I
right?
go further.
I fly Scoot and Virgin, man. Leave us alone.
Yeah. We don't need to know how terrible they all are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so there's Sunny Hayes risking, sexual assault charges.
Yeah.
There's his co-star,
Yeah.
Damson Idris, who plays the young driver. So the director, he has a bit of a theme in his work where he has a lot of times they're about paternal son figures and, brothers, older, younger, that kind of, story, mentors, apprentices. I reckon this is the end of the film scene, right? Where Sonny Hayes has just done some amazing overtake and he's like, yeah, the old man still got it, right?
Yeah.
Cheesy ass end of the film scene. Look at the cameras go off. Oh, this is interesting. Check out the car in the background. Who else?
Esteban.
Esteban!
Ocon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can you
If there's
imagine
a
them in the
wall-
writer's room?
What did he
Like-
do? What did he do, guys?
Can you imagine in the writer's room? Like, we need a driver that will cause an impact with Sonny who's a shit driver, but like whose reputation won't be ruined if we write them into the script as being bad. Who you got?
Yeah.
And I reckon they just let's throw some names out there, guys. And it
Bit
came up
stuck
with
to the wall.
Stroll,
Wow.
nah, Esteban.
Nah, Stroll, nah, it was either he or
Stroll's Teflon.
K-Mag. And K-Mag was like, suck my balls. So they went with him.
Man, Esteban causing 10-second penalties even in the movies. This guy, man. Come on,
Pick up penalty
Esteban.
points in his dreams.
Come on.
If only it was Monaco and they could have had a replica of the incident in Monaco between him and Gasly.
Yeah.
It would have been so poetic.
Yeah. This car's just exploding. Sonny Hayes losing control.
You're totally right about the livery, Mike. Like the lack of sponsorship seemingly on the overalls and the car.
Yeah, they've made it a bit
it's
too
a bit of a
clean.
Brawn GP kind of effort, isn't it?
It's a bit too
Yeah.
clean, too free of devoid of sponsorship, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we
It's
see
like
the
my
two
first
drivers
race.
coming toe to toe, and Max in the background celebrating a win
Yep.
outside of Parc
Yep.
Ferme. It looks like.
Mhm.
Mm.
So here's my theory is that the drivers will come together and be like, "You old bastard, you young punk," right? And there'll be this rivalry in the film, and then they realize that the true enemy is Javier Bardem, who's been trying to tank the team all
Absolutely.
along so that he can sell the team to freaking General Motors or something.
I like it,
that's
Mike. I like it.
You reckon? You
I like
reckon? It could be a film.
Yeah.
And then they
I
decide
didn't
to
think
work
of that.
together. And then they decide to work together for the betterment of the team. And
I think that's too complicated. I think
yeah,
it's too
Michael,
complicated, to be honest.
when
I
they're
think it's gonna be
fighting,
simpler.
when they're nose to nose, will there be a Michael Bay 360 shot around them?
yeah, right. As they're getting out of the car, low angle.
Yeah.
And I think Brad Pitt
Yeah,
will
I,
end
rec-
up
I
like,
reckon it'll be
Yeah.
simpler. Like Sonny's saying we've got to work together as a team
Right,
if we're
right.
going to do this. It's the only way. And then the young guy's like, I don't need you. You're washed up.
yes,
And then
yes.
Sonny helps him out. And
Yes.
then he realizes actually,
And then he lets
Sonny
him
helps him
win.
out and he wins the championship.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
young guy or something.
The young guy,
you
he
know.
lets the young guy win the championship. He eases
Yeah,
off the
something
gas.
like that.
He eases
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
gas, like
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, and then he loses the championship, but he gets the girl.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they say something corny at the end, like, "I had you, old man. You never had
Yeah.
me. You never had your car."
Yeah.
And at that-
Exactly.
And at that point,
exactly. Yeah.
Mark Webber walks out of the cinema.
Right. Oh, it's Javier Bardem. What's Javier doing here?
He's got a tie. He's got a tie.
Yeah,
it's gonna
you
be
don't wear
interesting
ties.
too.
There's Kerry. Obviously, an accident happens here. Oh, look at that fire.
Yeah.
Jos Verstappen
Roman.
flashbacks.
Roman.
Jos
yeah.
Verstappen.
Roman flashbacks.
Yeah.
He's had a terrible season just from this trailer, son. He's totaled 3 cars, had an incident with Ocon, and now he's blown up a car. My God. Sergeant, where have you gone?
He's still in Zandvoort.
Look, there's
picking up
another
the pieces,
incident.
mate.
This time with, is that Verstappen?
Verstappen.
Oh, he's causing incidents up and down the freaking, the paddock.
Hey,
Look at
Verstappen
him.
on the hard tires.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
It looks wet
Yeah.
too. Is that Spa? I think, isn't it? With the yellow and white, yellow and red Pirelli? You can never tell, I guess, from that shot.
Mate, the color scheme's a bit rich energy, isn't it?
yeah, the golden black.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Good call. Good call.
That's why it looks a bit on the dodgy side.
Oh, it was a big incident here. Oh, I don't know what you're trying to do. You could kill someone. Look at this crash. This is Alonso.
It's like Las Vegas or something, is it?
Or Singapore, I think. I see Heineken in the background, so it can't be the Middle East.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, look at this. This is the biggest
Oh.
collision in the film so far.
Oof.
Oof. If this was reversed, you'd be crying about sexual inequality.
True.
Men's rights,
Take advantage
guys.
of that engineers.
Men's rights. I know.
Mm.
Oh, look at this. This will be the finale for sure. The last scene.
Sponsored by Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, right. This
Yeah.
looks pretty stunning. This looks pretty cool.
Oh no, Las Vegas. Oh no, Abu Dhabi, then Las Vegas.
That's Abu Dhabi, yeah.
So Las
that's Abu-
Vegas has got the
It has the
whatever
dome, but it's one. It looks like Abu Dhabi to me.
Round the outside.
Yeah, they've got all the legit people, and there we have it.
And Crofty finishes it
And
out.
Crofty finishes it out.
Yeah. I'm saying it's good they got Crofty, I'm saying. For me, because I have to listen to Crofty. So that's going to add a lot of,
Gravitas.
gravitas. Yeah, that's exactly the word, Mike. Just because it's what everyone is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes when I watch the replays and it's not that, or the highlights and it's not that
Oh, I
commentator,
hate that
it's
official
really
F1
actually
commentator
interesting.
with
Well,
his really
yeah,
high-pitched
yeah.
voice. I hate that.
Yeah. But it's
No.
actually interesting
Yeah,
to watch
okay.
incidents from different, perspectives.
Right,
Because they're
right.
watching it live, obviously. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's interesting watching it from when different commentators actually call it.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it will be good having, for me, it's good having Crofty if he's
Yeah.
commentating.
I'm
Had a bit
pumped.
of,
I think that trailer had a lot of speed, intensity,
Yeah.
A lot of cuts.
a lot of cuts. Lewis Hamilton was a producer or executive producer on the film, or at least a
Yeah. And consultant,
consultant.
as well, I guess.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Red Bull didn't really cooperate with the production of the film, clearly. So they're going to be the bad guys, I
Yeah.
reckon. They're going to fuck them over in the script.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Yoss on fire. It
Yeah,
was
right.
Yoss.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. Any other notes?
No, I'm super excited.
I'm excited. I'm
Super
pumped.
excited,
Get you
man. Like,
pumped.
did you guys see the McLaren on track?
No, I saw some livery, but yeah, it looks pretty good.
No, they ran at Silverstone with a camo
Really?
like livery. They both ran. So yeah, I think that was the first time we've seen a car on track. So yeah, exciting.
Nice.
Like they're
We should do
starting to get out
something for
there.
that too.
Yeah. Well, when is we should
When's
do the big
pre-season?
reveal, man. When
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, we might do a reveal, so keep posted. We will try
Live
to do
watch
some.
along maybe if we can for the.
We will.
I think it's only a 1 hour, show.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, we will
We
try to
should
do a
all get
watch
together
along,
for
guys.
this.
So
Absolutely.
stay tuned, like, subscribe, follow us. We're back. We're going to up our game this year, so come along for the ride, guys. Pit Crew out. Thank you.
2025.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.